We've come to Ucayali, an area inside Peru's Amazon rainforest that's been badly hit by deforestation. Robert Guimaraes is on his way to visit an indigenous community. They can only be reached by boat. Guimaraes heads up the Federation of Native Communities in this part of Peru. He grew up in a village here, but he doesn't come back often as it's become too dangerous.
I received a lot of death threats. They left a message in my house saying if I opposed their activities again, they'd better not see me in the village. I believe I'm in great danger.
He opposes the large-scale deforestation in his region, and that has earned him some powerful enemies. He never comes here alone now. This time he's with staff from the organization Proetica, the Peruvian arm of Transparency International. They visit Santa Clara de Uchunya. Residents here have come under pressure from companies looking to set up cocoa and palm oil plantations. The village chief calls everyone to a meeting to discuss the latest developments. They're taking legal action to try to stop new palm oil plantations opening nearby.
We never thought that we would have such problems with transnational companies.
On the other side of the river, large areas of forest have already been stripped and replaced with oil palms. No one has access to the area. We couldn't even film with a drone. As soon as we got near the plantation, the signal was disrupted. Village life has changed. In the past, residents lived from fishing and hunting. Now all the larger animals have disappeared, and there are fewer birds too. Instead, they've had an invasion of mosquitoes, more than ever before. Their traditional way of life has become impossible.
We live from the land, from hunting, fishing, from the resources that the jungle has to offer. An indigenous people without land just doesn't make any sense.
Now the village wants to have 20,000 hectares turned into legally protected ancestral territory. But the initiative has earned them death threats. The danger is very real. Just a few months ago, 6 farmers were found shot to death. So far, no one has been held accountable for their murders. But how do these large corporations get their hands on thousands of hectares of land, seemingly overnight? The anti-corruption group Proetica has examined the land deals and documented their findings. Now, staff from Proetica have come to inform local residents.
We wanted to highlight one thing, namely the connection between deforestation, the illegal trade in land, and corruption among local officials. There have long been rumors about this, but there wasn't enough evidence to be able to say definitively, yes, it's true.
They gathered all the available documents and carried out numerous interviews. Many of the deals reached in this region are linked to Czech entrepreneur Denis Melker. He is now being investigated by state prosecutors. The Melker Group companies have stripped 13,000 hectares of rainforest to make way for palm oil and cocoa plantations. They were helped by corrupt local politicians who invalidated existing land rights, effectively taking the land from its owners. We've come to Pucallpa, the capital of the region, where we're meeting 2 farmers. They agreed to speak to us in the protected environment of a hotel. In 2014, regional authorities appropriated their land. Now there are oil palms growing on it.
When I went to the police about it, there was suddenly an attack. They were trying to kill me.
Despite the intimidation tactics, the legal proceedings are continuing. The authorities have visited the land, but there's been no progress. The farmers are now hoping for outside help.
We're still hoping that things will improve. That international organizations will get involved. The conservation groups who will be able to do something.
The farmers have lost faith in their own state and local government. Magali Avila is heading to the regional director's office, which is responsible for awarding land rights. Police are following up on over 100 complaints against the official. The atmosphere is tense. The director has the entire conversation recorded. He insists that he has stayed within the law.
I always say, and this is a statement of faith because I'm a Christian, only the truth will set me free, nothing else.
Magali addresses the demands of the indigenous people for more land. The director says there are enough protected areas and the remaining land needs to be turned to profit.
When you say these areas are poor, that's clearly contradicting your argument. Yes, they are poor. That's why we need to find new ways of developing them.
But the money made by the palm oil plantations does not benefit local indigenous communities. Back to Santa Clara de Uchunya. Village elders tell us that a few hours after we left, armed men were sent out to patrol the edge of the village. Yet another form of intimidation. Local residents will need to keep up their fight if they are to preserve their way of life in future.